So we have finally seen our first real look at the next chapter for the PUBG universe, and this time it's a tactical extraction shooter called Black Budget. We've heard whispers about a mysterious island, a supernatural time loop, and playing as a hired contractor. But what does this all mean for the future of PUBG, and how will it compete in the crowded extraction shooter market? PUBG Studios is swinging for the fences, and this time it's not a Battle Royale. They're making an ambitious pivot into the red-hot extraction shooter genre, a space currently dominated by the hyper-realistic Escape from Tarkov and getting stirred up by newer entries like Arc Raiders. The game, officially titled PUBG Black Budget, has been floating around in financial reports and roadmaps, but it's finally stepping out of the shadows. Crafted in PUBG Studios just announced a closed alpha test for this December, giving us a real look into what this game is all about. But this isn't just PUBG with a new coat of paint. It's a ground-up, first-person experience built around tension, survival, and a heavy dose of the unknown. It promises to blend the gritty, realistic gunplay that made PUBG famous with a healthy serving of sci-fi and supernatural horror. We're talking about a story-rich PvPvE world that feels like a true evolution of the franchise. So first up, let's talk about the setting. I'm going to butcher this name, so I'm really sorry in advance, but Black Budget takes place on a remote island called Coley. This isn't just your typical map. Coley is an open world map with diverse biomes, strange point of interest, and even sprawling underground facilities just waiting to be explored. The setup is that you are a contractor, a hardened veteran hired for a highly classified mission. Your objective is to infiltrate an abandoned research facility to recover top secret technology tied to a shady initiative known only as Sapiens. Right away, that sets a completely different tone. We're not just fighting for a chicken dinner, we're operatives on a covert mission, slowly uncovering a corporate conspiracy. The focus is shifting from pure survival to exploration and discovery, with a narrative that players will actively piece together. But the island of Coley is more than just a pretty and deadly backdrop, it's practically the main villain. And this is where the game's most unique feature comes into play. Coley is stuck in a terrifying supernatural time loop. And this is where Black Budget really starts to stand out. The entire island is consumed by a supernatural event called the anomaly. And it isn't just for show, it's a core gameplay mechanic. The anomaly is the reason the island is trapped in a time loop, and it has a very PUBG-like effect on every match. Think of it as the blue zone from the Battle Royale, but reimagined as a terrifying, unpredictable force of nature. It's constantly applying pressure, forcing squads to move, creating encounters, and preventing anyone from just camping in a corner for the whole 30-minute match. The longer you stay on the island during a run, the more dangerous and chaotic the environment gets, with the difficulty scaling up based on your level and how much time has passed. This time loop is a clever way to merge PUBG's iconic shrinking circle with the session-based gameplay of an extraction shooter. It means every loop or match feels different, as the island is supposed to change and create unpredictable scenarios each time you drop in. You're not just fighting other players and AI, you're fighting the island itself. This blend of a realistic military shooter with an almost stalker-like supernatural threat is where the game really finds its identity. So who are we in this world? We play as contractors, guns for hire, thrown into this mess, but we aren't just generic soldiers. Black Budget is leaning into some deep role-playing elements, starting with a faction system. 3 rival factions will be operating in Coley, each offering their own unique contracts, missions, and rewards. This points to a reputation system where your loyalty and actions actually matter. Working with one faction could get you exclusive gear and story missions, but it might make an enemy of the others. It adds a layer of political intrigue and replayability. Are you going to be a loyal operative, a double agent, or just a lone wolf trying to get paid? But your main goal is to extract artifacts and research connected to that Sapiens initiative, which you bring back to your base to move the story forward. The game even has a dedicated research station that acts as the narrative hub, where your findings will slowly unravel the mystery of Coley. It's a smart system that turns the standard loot and extract gameplay into a compelling investigation. At its core, Black Budget is a high-stakes, tactical extraction shooter. Matches will hold up to 45 players, split into 3-player squads, and will last for a maximum of 30 minutes. During that time, you'll be navigating a hostile island, fighting not only other players, but also a variety of AI threats, from mutants to other strange creatures. It is a true PvPvE experience. The gameplay loop is simple to grasp, but brutally unforgiving. Get in, get the goods, and get out. The golden rule of the genre is in full effect here. You keep whatever you successfully extract with, but if you die, you lose everything you brought with you. This dynamic creates incredible tension. Every single firefight becomes a calculated risk. Do you push your luck for that high tier loot knowing another squad could be waiting to take that new rifle you just found? Or do you play it safe and extract early with what you've got? This constant risk versus reward dilemma is what makes extraction shooters so compelling, and by mixing it with the pressure of a shrinking anomaly, Black Budget is setting the stage for some incredibly tense and strategic gameplay. Now, getting out alive is only half the battle. What you do between missions is just as important, and that's where Black Budget's deep progression system really kicks in. After a successful extraction, you return to your own customizable base, which is more than just a menu, it's an expandable hub where the real work happens. Here, you can build and upgrade crafting stations for new weapons and gear, and expand your stash to hold all of your loot. You can even build facilities that provide passive income, adding an economic layer to your whole operation. It's sounding like your base will be a long-term strategic project. On top of that, your contractor will have persistent character growth through skill trees, proficiencies, and other upgrades. This means your character gets stronger over time, completely separate from the gear you carry. You'll also have tons of customization for your character's look and your weapons, including faction-exclusive skins and items. This whole meta progression system is designed to be a hook that keeps you coming back for just one more run. But Krafton isn't launching Black Budget into an empty field. The extraction shooter genre is more competitive than ever, with games like the hardcore Escape from Tarkov and other sci-fi heavy contenders like Arc Raiders all vying for players. So where does Black Budget fit into all of this? It seems to be aiming for a sweet spot right in the middle. It's built on the satisfying gameplay that the PUBG franchise is known for, giving it a solid foundation that many new titles lack. But it's setting itself apart by leaning heavy into its supernatural sci-fi story, while Tarkov is all about brutal realism. Black Budget is throwing in a time loop, a mysterious anomaly, and a conspiracy-fueled narrative. The developers have even said the game will focus more on exploration and discovery than pure survival and combat, which suggests it'll be a bit more approachable than some of its hardcore rivals. The Shrinking Zone is another unique twist for the genre, a clear nod to its Battle Royale roots that should force a faster pace than the slow, methodical crawl of your typical Tarkov raid. I think it's a fascinating hybrid, and its success will ride on how well it balances all of these different ideas. PUBG Black Budget is shaping up to be one of the most ambitious projects we've seen from PUBG Studios. It's a bold jump into a new genre that smartly holds onto some of the DNA that made the original game a global hit, while pushing the universe in a strange and exciting new direction. The mix of tactical PvPvE combat, a mysterious sci-fi story, a unique time-looping world, and deep progression creates a package that sounds incredibly compelling. The upcoming closed alpha in December will be our first real test of whether it can deliver on that promise. The test will run over 2 weekends, and you can sign up for access on Steam right now. Krafton has also confirmed there's no NDA, so participants will be free to stream and share their gameplay, meaning hopefully I can get you guys some more gameplay and info. This might be a wild theory, but I think the success of Black Budget could redefine what the PUBG universe can be, turning it from a single game into a true franchise with all sorts of different experiences. It is a high-risk move, but it is one that could have a massive payoff. But if you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching, and leave a like and comment below on your thoughts on PUBG Black Budget and if you are looking forward to this game. I would also really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button for more videos in the future, as well as help me hit 2,500 subs to start the new year. But thank you so much for the support you guys show on the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.